Now on to the losers though, and I think one of the easiest ones to say is not only Deshaun Watson because he's still stuck with Houston, but just Houston in general is one of my biggest losers because what do? They have a busier first 2 days on the free agent market than the Patriots do, than pretty much any other team in the league does. But those 12 names that they sign are really lackluster. I mean,
They're not good. Let's just say we don't have to sugarcoat it out
okay,
here,
they
Ross. We're
get
not a Houston Texans podcast. They cite a bunch of nobodies to
they,
a
no,
contracts
no, no.
that
They're not total
clearly
nobodies.
means
They get Mark Ingram. Okay, okay. And they get a quarterback that's just as good as Deshaun Watson at a better value, and that's Tyrod Taylor. And of course, I am joking because this is not good. This is real
this
not
is
good.
horrible. I mean, this is like okay, just imagine this. Imagine you're a Houston Texans fan a year ago today. A year ago today, pandemic just hit, but you know we have Deshaun Watson. So let's take it back before they had DeAndre Hopkins. They had Hopkins. They had Deshaun Watson. They had J.J. Watt when he was good. They had they had this playoff run where they put 24 points on the Chiefs before they could even blink.
Well, you've
And
seen their
now
new season ticket holder thing, their little pamphlet where it's just a blank page that says season ticket holder instead of having all these star players like they used to have on there.
oh my gosh, that's so tough. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, I mean, what we were talking about earlier before we came on the podcast was if this isn't the most obvious and this is just so out there that they are tanking next year. I mean, the fact that if they don't trade Deshaun Watson now, I have zero clue what they're doing because they're clearly trying to put a team together that's not going to win any games. They made sure to sign all these guys to 2 or 1 year deals because they want everything to expire. They're basically running this NFL team like an NBA team where they're just going to try to tank, get a quarterback in the draft, reset this whole thing, sign all your new players. Once all that money kicks in, and all these players that they just signed are going to be off the books. And the only way to do that is to trade Deshaun Watson. And I think a big thing for them is what's kind of what the media I think is missing right now is they don't want to trade with Miami right now. Miami has draft assets out the wazoo, but it's draft assets for this year. They don't
Mm-hmm.
want draft assets this year. They want draft assets down the road. They don't want to put all their eggs in this basket because a lot of the times when you draft those first round picks, first off, a third overall pick isn't cheap. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Second off, you don't want those timelines aren't going to match up with the rest of their roster. Those guys are just going to have dead years on the beginning of their salaries. And especially if you want to take that third overall pick and draft a quarterback, you're now just burning the most valuable years of a quarterback's contract on with a team that has no chance at competing. If you put out this Houston Texans team out there right now, even with Deshaun Watson, this team is going nowhere. You saw it last year. They didn't have anybody on defense. On offense, they had Deshaun Watson. He made Chad Hansen, who was an okay Pac-12 receiver at Cal, a number one option. It's ridiculous what he did. So the Houston Texans, if they are not trading Deshaun Watson, this is the dumbest franchise in sports right now.
Well, they had to trade
They have to. They have no other option.
for a team that at least to the media they say that they're committed to keeping Deshaun Watson for the long haul. They say that, but you want to keep Deshaun Watson, but you go and do nothing for him. Well, sorry,
Nothing.
this is even nothing, Alex. If anything, they did worse because this is like looking at Deshaun Watson just spitting in his face, be like, "Yeah, we got you talent. It's not good talent, but we got you." What? What?
It doesn't make any
No,
sense.
no, no. It makes absolutely zero sense right there.